Focus only on yourself. Thanks for joining me today. In this video, we're going to talk about why focusing on yourself can completely change the way you see your life, your progress, and the people around you. Have you ever noticed how much of your life is spent watching other people? You look at what they are doing, how quickly they are succeeding, how confident they appear, how much money they make, how many friends they have, and how far ahead they seem to be. Without realizing it, you begin measuring your life against theirs, and the more you compare, the more it feels as though you are falling behind. You may start questioning your choices, doubting your progress, and wondering whether you should be doing something completely different. Even when your life is moving in the right direction, it can feel wrong simply because someone else appears to be moving faster. This is why one of the most important skills you can develop is learning to focus only on yourself. This does not mean ignoring everyone around you, becoming selfish, or refusing to care about other people. It means understanding that your energy is limited, and every minute you spend obsessing over someone else's journey is a minute you are no longer investing in your own. Most people do not lose focus because they are lazy. They lose focus because the world constantly gives them something else to watch. Social media shows you people achieving more, looking better, traveling further, and living lives that appear more exciting than your own. You rarely see their uncertainty, their failures, their private struggles, or the years of work that happened before their success. You see the final result, compare it with your current reality, and then judge yourself for not being in the same position. But comparison is almost always unfair because you are comparing two completely different lives. You do not have the same childhood, opportunities, responsibilities, personality, resources, fears, or goals. You may be standing at the beginning of a path that someone else has been walking for 10 years, yet your mind expects you to already be beside them. The truth is that you are not late. You are simply living your own timeline. Some people discover their direction at 18, while others do not find it until they are 30, 40, or even later. Some people move quickly and then lose everything. Others appear to make no progress for years, and then suddenly their preparation begins to produce results. Life does not develop in a straight line, and your progress cannot always be measured from the outside. There will be periods when you are growing without looking successful. You may be learning discipline, rebuilding your confidence, recovering from disappointment, changing your habits, or quietly preparing for an opportunity that has not appeared yet. Other people may not notice this work, but that does not make it meaningless. When you focus too much on other people, you begin living reactively. Someone announces a new job, and suddenly you dislike your career. Someone enters a relationship, and suddenly being single feels like failure. Someone buys something expensive, and suddenly everything you own seems inadequate. Your emotional state becomes controlled by events that have nothing to do with your actual needs. You stop asking, "What do I genuinely want?" and start asking, "What should I want based on what everyone else is doing?" This is how people build lives that look impressive but feel empty. They chase goals they never personally chose, work for approval they never truly receive, and continue moving because they are afraid of appearing unsuccessful. From the outside, everything may look correct, but inside they feel disconnected from their own life. Focusing on yourself begins with recognizing that you do not need to participate in every competition you see. Not everyone is trying to reach the same destination, which means being behind someone else may not mean anything at all. A person can be ahead of you on a road you never wanted to take. Your real competition is not the person earning more money, receiving more attention, or achieving faster results. Your real competition is the version of you that keeps repeating the same habits, avoiding difficult decisions, and waiting for motivation before taking action. Instead of asking whether you are better than someone else, ask whether you are becoming better than you were before. Are you more disciplined than you were 6 months ago? Are you handling your emotions more calmly? Are you taking better care of your body? Are you learning useful skills? Are you becoming more honest about what you want? Are your daily choices moving you closer to the person you want to become? These questions may not give you the immediate emotional excitement that comparison creates, but they give you something much more valuable: direction. When your attention returns to your own life, your problems become clearer because you are no longer distracting yourself with everyone else's progress. You begin noticing what actually needs to change. Maybe you need to stop delaying an important decision. Maybe you need to develop a skill, leave an unhealthy environment, improve your sleep, manage your money, or finally begin the project you have been talking about for months. Focusing on yourself requires honesty because it removes your favorite excuses. It becomes harder to blame other people when you are no longer constantly watching them. You have to examine your own habits, your own fears, and the small decisions you repeat every day. This can feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is often where real change begins. You may realize that you are not lacking talent, you are lacking consistency. You may discover that you are not confused about what to do, you are afraid of failing. You may understand that you do have enough time, but much of it disappears into endless scrolling, overthinking, and worrying about how you are perceived. These realizations are not reasons to attack yourself. They are opportunities to take responsibility. Taking responsibility does not mean believing that everything that happened to you was your fault. Many things are outside your control. You cannot control where you were born, how other people treated you, which opportunities appeared, or what difficulties entered your life. However, you can slowly take control of how you respond, what you repeatedly focus on, and which direction you choose from this moment forward. The more responsibility you accept for your next step, the less power your past has over your future. Another part of focusing on yourself is letting go of the need to be understood by everyone. Many people waste enormous amounts of energy trying to explain their choices to people who have already decided not to understand them. They defend their ambitions, their boundaries, their lifestyle, and their need for change, hoping that one perfect explanation will finally earn approval. But not everyone will understand your direction because they are viewing your life through their own fears, experiences, and expectations. Some people may discourage you because your growth makes them uncomfortable. Others may prefer the version of you that was easier to control, predict, or compare themselves with. You do not need to become cruel or dismissive, but you do need to accept that approval is not a requirement for progress. There will be decisions that make sense only to you. There will be periods when you must work quietly, without recognition or support. There will be moments when people question you because they cannot yet see the result you are trying to create. If you constantly stop to prove yourself, you will have no energy left to build the life you are defending. Let your progress explain you later. Focusing on yourself also means protecting your attention. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources because whatever receives it repeatedly becomes stronger. When you constantly focus on your insecurities, they become larger. When you constantly focus on conflict, resentment grows. When you constantly focus on other people's opinions, their voices become louder than your own. But when you consistently direct your attention toward learning, creating, improving, and recovering, those parts of your life begin to grow as well. This does not require becoming productive every second of the day. Rest is part of focusing on yourself too. Sometimes the most responsible thing you can do is stop, recover, and give your mind enough space to think clearly. The purpose is not to turn yourself into a machine. The purpose is to stop abandoning yourself for distractions, expectations, and competitions that do not improve your life. You can begin with simple changes. Spend less time consuming the lives of strangers and more time developing your own. Before opening social media in the morning, decide what matters today. Choose one important task and complete it before allowing the outside world to take control of your attention. Keep some goals private. Not every plan needs to be announced, discussed, or validated. Sometimes talking about a goal gives you the temporary satisfaction of progress without requiring you to do the difficult work. Quiet action is often more powerful than public intention. Learn to celebrate small improvements. A better routine, one completed task, one honest conversation, one boundary, or one healthy choice may not look dramatic, but your life is built from decisions exactly like these. Major transformation is usually the result of ordinary actions repeated long enough. You should also learn to separate inspiration from comparison. It is possible to admire someone without using their success as evidence of your failure. Let other people show you what may be possible, but do not use their timeline to punish yourself. Study what they did, take what is useful, and then return to your own work. Remember that most people are thinking about themselves far more than they are thinking about you. They are worried about their own mistakes, their own appearance, their own future, and their own problems. The judgment you fear is often much smaller and shorter than it feels inside your mind. Do not build your entire life around avoiding opinions that other people may forget within a few minutes. At some point, you have to decide that your life deserves your full attention. You have to stop treating yourself like a secondary character in someone else's story. You are allowed to improve without explaining yourself. You are allowed to change your mind, choose a different direction, outgrow old relationships, and create boundaries that protect your peace. You are also allowed to move slowly. Focusing on yourself does not mean rushing. It means making sure that your movement belongs to you. There will always be someone who appears more successful, more attractive, more confident, or more fortunate. If your peace depends on being ahead of everyone, you will never experience peace because there will always be another person to compare yourself with. Freedom begins when you no longer need to win a competition that exists only inside your mind. So bring your attention back. Back to your health, your habits, your goals, your relationships, your healing, and the work that is waiting for you. Ask yourself what the next honest step is, not what would impress the most people. Then take that step, even if it is small and even if nobody notices. You do not need to transform your entire life today. You only need to stop giving your energy to everything except the life you are trying to build. Focus on yourself, not because other people do not matter, but because this is the only life you are responsible for living. The more clearly you understand yourself, the less you will need comparison. The more consistently you work on yourself, the less you will need external validation. And the more attention you give to your own direction, the less power the outside world will have to pull you away from it. Your path does not need to look impressive to everyone. It only needs to be honest, meaningful, and truly yours. Thank you for watching, and remember, your life begins to change when you stop watching everyone else and finally start paying attention to yourself.